Hi everyone, welcome to the Fables podcast. My name is Faith. I'm a knitter living here in Kansas, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about knitting, spinning, and whatever other fiber things that I get up to. So thank you so much for clicking on my video. Today I have a needle set review. I just want to say that this video is by no means intended to pressure you to buy a new needle set. If you already have one that you enjoy, then continue using it. I've never had an interchangeable needle set, and this is the first one that I've used, and I really enjoy it. So I would just like to talk about my experience using them, what I like, what I dislike. So please don't feel pressured to buy this. So today I am reviewing the Lantern Moon needle set. I've heard some people talk about the Lantern Moon needle sets, and they seem pretty bougie to me when I first heard about them. So that is what I will be reviewing today. I apologize if I keep looking over to the side. I have some notes that I've written out just so that I stay on track and don't end up talking about things that are irrelevant. So I want to talk about some features. It came in this fabric carrier. Mine's a little beat up because my cat Terry got a hold of it and dragged it all over the house. But it has this really pretty design on it and a zipper because it opens this way. And everything is, there's a place for everything. So there's a little flap to keep your needles protected, and there's just lots of storage. And it's a pretty durable fabric too, so nothing's ripped. None of the thread is coming out from where the fabric has been sewed in place. Here's a close-up. But overall, the packaging and the pouch that this came in is pretty nice. It comes in needle sizes. Sorry, I'm not really sure how to hold this up. It comes in needle sizes 3mm to 8mm. There are some missing because I have them on some projects right now. It comes with 3 sets of cords, a 24-inch, which I believe I am using on a project right now, a 32-inch, and a 40-inch cord. I think these cords are very, very nice. I think you could compare them to the Chiagu Red Lace. So it came with these cords. And then it has 2 of the keys so that you can tighten the cord to your needles. It came with 2. And let me give you a close-up of what the wood looks like. And then it also came with some cord stoppers. It came with 4. Here, I'm gonna try to give you a little up close. Everything is made of wood except for the stainless steel cords, which I really appreciate. This wood just looks very nice, very elevated. So that's everything that came in this little needle set. I have a little pros and cons list to share with you guys. The pros outweigh the cons by a lot. So something that's really important to me, specifically with these needles, is how smooth they are. They are wooden needles. I believe the wood is ebony, but very smooth. I've used all sorts of yarns with these needles. I've used acrylic, wool, superwash, mohair, surrey, really slippery yarns, like 100% alpaca, and nothing has ever slid off my needles or have stuck to my needles. It's always been really enjoyable and a very smooth, fluid process of knitting with these needles specifically. It makes my knitting it makes me feel like I'm knitting faster just because of how fluid the motions are. I feel like I can get into a rhythm quite easily when I'm using these needles. And as I said before, it does work. It's an enjoyable knitting experience no matter what yarn you're using, at least in my experience. I've tested it out on different yarn weights and yarn compositions, and I haven't disliked the experience no matter what yarn I use. So yeah. The only con, I guess, that I could share is that the cords sometimes, you probably won't be able to hear it because Terry's meowing. They kind of squeak while your needles, if you're adjusting your stitches up, it kind of squeaks. And just like when moving around, moving your knitting around a little bit, like if you're, I'm trying to think of like a good example where this could happen. If you're cabling, just anything that might move this cord around a lot, I think that's what happened. It wasn't squeaky when I first started using it. I just noticed after using it for a while, like I've noticed that these have started squeaking a little bit. That's really the only negative thing I have to say about it. I'm so sorry. I was really hoping this video would be professional, but Terry's running around the house, so I'm so sorry if she's distracting in the background. So just to go more in depth about my personal experience with this Lantern Moon needle set, I've been using it for about 4 months. I did not purchase these myself. My boyfriend bought them for me as a Christmas present. So I will put the estimated price right here, if that's helpful for you. So I haven't been using them for too long, about 4 months, as I said. And while I don't use them for every single project, it is something that these needles I do tend to grab for more if I'm knitting stockinette for the body and I want it to feel like it's going quicker. I tend to grab for these too. And I also just have limited cords too. I only have 3, as I said. So I can't always use these for every single project, but when I do get the opportunity, I do tend to spring for these. Overall, I'm very impressed with the Lantern Moon needle set. I believe they are handcrafted, and it's just so impressive to see how high quality these are. It has their brand name right here, and it has the size. This does rub off, but that's no big deal because it also has the size written right here, if that's focusing, which I actually really do appreciate. I don't have a needle gauge or anything like that, so I do like that it is written on this metal, and I haven't noticed that that's rubbed off at all. And also, like, the packaging, or the pouch, it is pretty fluid. You have your needles right here, and you have all your accessories that can fit in these little pouches right here. So, very impressed with the quality and just everything about them is just so elevated, and I really like the range of needle sizes too, because I mostly use fixed circulars, and all of the sizes that I have are in between a 3.5 up to a 6 millimeter. So I really like that I have something that goes all the way down to 3 millimeter needles, because I have been gravitating more toward fingering weight projects, especially for summer knitting. So I've been reaching for these top ones up here a little bit more. So if you are in the market for a new needle set, I would point you towards the Lantern Moon. I believe they are a little bit more pricier, but you're getting high quality materials to use for your knitting. I believe they also do crochet hooks too, but I think they sell them individually. I'm not quite sure. But I love these needles a lot, and I will be purchasing some more cords just so that I can use these more and really get some more use out of them. So yeah, I believe there's a few different other needle sets as well. I'll have to do some more research into that, and I'll put some more info over here. But yeah, if I was to rate this out of 5 stars, I'd give it a 5, honestly. As I've said before, I've never had an interchangeable needle set, and I think this was just great for my first time using them. I mean, I guess it's really nothing like difficult to get used to with an interchangeable needle set, but I love the Lantern Moon needles. I apologize if this video is more on the shorter side. I kind of just wanted to give my opinion in a very clear, concise, quick manner. I really love the Lantern Moon needles. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I will do my best to answer them. But thank you so much for watching. If you're interested, please feel free to subscribe. You can find me on Instagram as the.redhead.knits, and on Ravelry, I'm Knits by Faith. I do weekly videos. I do traditional knitting podcast every other week. So I'd love it if you would stick around. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.